All right, guys. So, after listening to the truck again, knowing we have uh, other issues we're still working on, but I didn't like the way it sounded. And I'm going to put a sample of that right here. Anyway, so after listening to that, I have determined that we need to do some changes. And what we're going to put in there after a lot of thinking. What is it called? We're going with the Kicker 51 KSS 6804 set of components. It's a two-way component set with a crossover network built in. He's already got a set of 3-inch Audio Dynamic 3000 series mid-range speakers in the dash. So I don't like the way those sound reflecting off the windshield in his truck. The windshield amplifies them too much, and it gives them a rear kind of a honky sound, kind of like a trombone, that honky sound. And so we ordered a set of customspeakerpods.com A-pillar 3.5-inch mounts. Now, I wanted to tell you, you were asking me about the customspeakerpods.com. Do I trust the site? And I'm going to tell you this little story about this. So it was Saturday night, and I ordered a set of door pods for my front doors, from the ones that I have in my Tahoe right now.
All right.
I ordered a set. They come with 2 drivers each. They come as a set. Well, I accidentally ordered 2 sets. Oh, hush. I accidentally ordered 2 sets of these things. Then I was like, oh, crap. After I done put the order in, and it was like late Saturday night or early Sunday morning, and I was like, crap, I couldn't take it back. So I sent them an email to customspeakerpods.com at like 2 a.m. on Saturday or Sunday morning, right?
All right.
And I told them what I'd done. And when I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday and checked my email, they emailed me back and said, we saw your email and we refunded that amount back for 1 set. And we even threw in some extra stickers and stuff into your package for you.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So when you ask me how I feel about customspeakerpods.com, I say, hell yes.
Yeah.
Those people are freaking awesome. Okay. So if you guys are looking for speaker pods for your A-pillars or for your doors, your kick panels, man, don't sleep on customspeakerpods.com. Go there first. You'll be surprised what they have in stock. And they have a lot of different flavors too. And they're really good people. So anyway, we ordered these. I'm going to show you these guys. I'll have a link. I'll have links to this stuff, and I'll show you what we ordered from them. So we ordered a set of these 3.5-inch pods to go on the A-pillars. And we're going to use the audio dynamic drivers that are currently in the dash in those pods. And we're going to use the 6x9 drivers in the doors with adapters for the front doors to get that mid bass up front, because that's something he's lacking. And why are you being such a pest? Okay, y'all. This little dude has got to be on. He's done this raising hell. He's just got to have attention. So he was lacking in mid bass in the front, and had the mids were just wrong sounding. And it's the position that they're mounted in. And the tweeters weren't directional either. They're firing 90 degrees off to the side. And I didn't like the way they sounded. So what we're going to end up with is pods that direct the mids directly toward you, and tweeter pods that can be aimed directly toward you also. So you're going to get a supreme stereo image We're going to use the kicker set as a uh, passive set with the woofers and the tweeters as a passive set. And then we're going to have the second set of channels is going to run to the 3-inch mid ranges. And so we'll be able to control them separately from the passive set. I think overall, it's going to sound a lot better and give us the control we need to fix that weird mid-range sound that's being very annoying. And we're also going to be sound deadening the front as well. We got to order some kill mat, and kill mat is like 80 mil. It's fairly thin in the sound deadening world, but even doubling it or tripling it up to get much, much thicker and more mass, it's still significantly cheaper than pretty much everything else out there. So that's what I use kill mat, and I use Noico. Those are my two go-to brands for sound deadener when you're trying to keep a budget in mind, you know?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Before we came to this conclusion, we tossed around a lot of ideas. So many that my buddy here, his head was hurting. So we were looking at the Kicker 3-way set, which we could have used. And it was a little more than $100 more for that 3-way set, the KS 3-way, with the 6x9s. That was one possibility. And it would work the same way we're doing now, except we would have a redundant pair of speakers. We've already got a very nice pair of 3s, so we really didn't need to buy a new set. And so that kind of became a no-go. We looked at doing 6.5-inch 3-way sets, and we've got plates in there right now for that. But going back with the 6.5 in the front doors would be not taking advantage of the maximum amount of upfront mid-bass that we could get from 6x9s. So that's why I leaned toward that direction. We also looked at doing just tweeters in the A-pillar pods, big tweeters.
Yeah.
And that would work, except we would definitely need to DSP those, because if we're using like super tweeters up there, we're going to need to do something to calm them bad boys way down. So this is a whole lot easier to attenuate than a super tweeter. These little guys here. And their natural roll-off's a lot better. So lots of ideas, working within a budget. And with the pods, okay, considering everything that we got the pods, we got the rings, the adapter rings, and we got the kicker 2-way set with crossovers and all of the mounting options. What did that end up costing altogether with the pods and everything? Like 400 or something?
It was a little less than 4.
A little less than
three, something, high 3s.
Yeah. So other than the 3-inch mid ranges, we've already got. So you're looking at less than 5.
Because these were on sale.
If you went with the setup that I turned down because we already had the 3s, if we went with that setup, you could do this whole front stage for less than 5. And in a 2019 Chevy truck, I think that's really good. A really good price considering
these were on sale.
Yeah. And those were on sale. The ones we ended up getting were on sale. A little bit of a price knockdown. There's about, $40. So, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with saving money. But anyway, so the next video that we'll be putting up in this little series, this has become a series apparently,
Yes,
because when your friend needs stuff done, that's a series. It's not a one and done kind of deal. It's an ongoing adventure. So in our next video in this series, we're going to be doing some install. The whole front stage is going to get installed. And that's going to be probably a couple weeks from now. So I'm going to go on a limb and say you could expect it probably in a couple of weeks. And hopefully we'll get everything sounding, hunky-dory. It doesn't sound, don't get me wrong, it doesn't sound bad right now, but it doesn't sound good. I tuned it some, and I think I got it to where it's something you can live with for a couple of weeks. it's just not, things are just wrong. And the doors need to be replaced regardless.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
And the tweeters and the doors are blown, and those drivers just can't do what we need them to do, to my satisfaction. And trying to dial those mids in, and see, right now the mids and the tweeters are hooked up together, and the mids are overpowering the tweeters, so I had to roll them off at 3,000 hertz just to cancel out like most of the tweeters function, most of the mids functionality, just to get rid of that overwhelming hunkiness in there, and still keep the tweeter, because they're on the same circuit. And yeah, it's all wrong. So we're going to sort it out, and we got a better fitted components. We're going to do a better job with how it's all hooked up, the installation, the wiring, the wiring, how things are wired, not necessarily the wiring itself, but how it's all hooked up, because that makes a difference. Being able to control things in the proper way, and manipulate the sound is what a DSP is all about. So if you can't do that, then you're kind of running your head into a wall. I know you're not happy with the sound, but
No.
and now back when you first got the system installed, it was great. He was very happy with the sound.
Oh yeah.
So what happened in between here and there?
Day and night. I mean, it went from sounding awesome when it was turned up to where I'm embarrassed to turn it up where you can hear it outside the vehicle. It's just it sounds like garbage right now. When it was brand new, nothing was blown. Everything was working the way as it should. But
It sounded good.
I like to turn things up, and when I turn things up, I blow things. And when I blow things, well, it sounds like dog poop. So,
So
yeah, that's why I got Gary Ford to fix that.
That's
Try to
what
make
I
it.
do.
My name is Jerry. To try to make it Jerry proof.
Jerry proof.
That's hard to do with me because
He's
electronics and sound and me just do not go along.
He's one of those people that if it's an electronic device and he touches it, it's most likely going to break within seconds of him touching it, just because he touched it.
If you want to test it, come to me.
If you got a device that you think is completely bulletproof, just let him fiddle with it for half an hour, and if it can break, he'll break it
5 minutes
without even trying to break it. It'll just stop working. So far, everything's held up. Mostly the drivers he had, the original door drivers, I believe were Rockford P1s or P2s.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
They rocked out for a while, but
did.
they finally said, you know what, we're not doing this anymore.
Can't handle it.
And so we pulled those out, and then I put a set of Memphises in there, which is a Memphis M series, and they didn't. They held up. The tweeters got blown. They're still playing, but the tweeters are blown. Yeah, we just need to work on things. So hopefully this might help you guys out. Anybody out there doing 2019 Chevy truck stuff, and maybe these little ideas will help lead you down a path that's not so destructive, and to something with some good sound quality, as well as not being outrageously expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, guys, he's got to go get some food, and I may even go with him, and get ready to go to work tomorrow, and I have to go to bed. So we'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
Peace out.